under the opinion of Garrett Hunter, I mean, like voice actors aren't shit. So
It's
I guess I
easy.
fit the part. Yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah, dude.
Who's Garrett Hunter?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
who
just
is
some
that?
asshole. I
Who
don't
is
know.
that?
Some weirdo with dreads.
I don't know. I saw that quote. Somebody quoted him on 4chan one time, and it's just stuck with me.
It was on WikiQuote.
It was on the
It
interwebs.
really just.
It's on fireheartquotes.com.
What was his quote though? I didn't hear about that.
Voice actors aren't shit. I'm Garrett Hunter, and
Yeah.
I'm the
Well,
best ever.
I think the exact quote was, "Voice actors ain't shit but hoes and tricks." Lick on
Yeah,
this nuts
it was
and suck
something
dick.
along those lines.
So like it was a parody of that song.
No, it was the original version. The version you've heard is a parody.
Yeah, he inspired that song.
Hey, shit, dude, what a dude. What a
Yeah,
great
what a
man.
dude.
What a dude indeed. I think I lost the link. Oops.
Anyways, let's begin.
I gotta
Alright,
start
let's
off.
begin.
I gotta start off.
I gotta start with the doctor.
Ganon, I'm afraid I have some very bad news.
The doctor had said, in his clinical and classed manner. His detachment from the situation was worrisome to Ganon, but he had larger concerns. His eyes traveled down to the paper in his hand as his mind reeled back to that moment.
You've tested positive for AIDS.
The doctor had continued. Ganon felt his world shatter.
I have AIDS.
He inquired.
Yes,
The doctor responded, glancing down at his clipboard.
I'm afraid you've tested positive. The outcome doesn't look good. It would seem you have roughly 6 months left to live. I'm sorry.
The cold bastard didn't even find the decency to comfort Ganon. He had delivered a message that would devastate someone's world, and couldn't even find it in himself to place even a hand on Ganon's shoulder. He bit back the tears as he continued writing his letter. Ganon knew there was at least one person he could turn to. Link walked out his front door and towards the mailbox, greeting the mailman even as he arrived.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Link asked the mailman. His name was Roger, truth be told. Link found the man entirely gorgeous. He was tall and dark with arms and legs made for wrapping around someone. Link reached out to grab the bundle of letters from Roger, lightly gracing his fingers across the back of Roger's hand. Link looked up with a devilish little smile and noticed that Roger had a look in his eyes that told Link he was already his.
It sure is.
Roger responded to Link. A small bead of sweat trickled down the side of Roger's face, though Link knew it wasn't from the heat.
Would you like to come in for a glass of lemonade? I just brewed a batch.
This was a lie, of course, but Link had other plans. Roger nodded, and Link put his arm around the taller man's shoulders as he led him inside. Several hours later, Roger left Link's household with a slight limp. Still naked, Link watched him leave from the front porch, completely oblivious to the fact that anyone glancing outside would see the hero of time standing completely nude. Roger's love leaking from where he had deposited it. Link put the cigarette in his hand out and turned back inside, pulling a silk robe across his well-muscled torso. He began to mindlessly thumb through the mail until he saw a letter that caught his eye. It was from Ganon. Link felt his ire. Link felt his ire rage at the audacity his old nemesis had to taunt him in such a manner. Were their perilous battles for the world reduced to nothing more than an invitation to a Sunday brunch? He tore open the letter, righteous fury singing in his veins as he began walking towards where he housed his equipment. His eyes began to read the page, and his steps slowed as his heart sank.
My dear Link, I understand that we've always had our differences. That one brief moment in combat where you took it upon yourself to introduce your blade to me was one of the most beautiful moments of my life. I know this might come as a shock to you, but the grace of your long ears and the slope of your shoulders have always been a source of great admiration from me. If I were being honest, I might say that I have even fallen a little in love with you. I feel such a strong connection to you that it's hard to ignore. But the reason for this letter is not to admit to some fanciful notion that we could bury the hatchet and live our lives together. I don't know what possessed you to do what you did during our fight, but I have grave news for you. I've just been diagnosed with AIDS. I don't know to whom else I can turn, and the pain is too much to bear on my own. I have been given 6 months to live and hope that, for your sake, you can get yourself tested so that I can die knowing I did not lead such a beautiful soul into the darkness of death. Yours, Ganon.
Link felt his heart crack. The entire reason that he had even done what he did to Ganon was because of how innocent and pure he looked, laying upon the ground, his cheeks flushed, his breath coming in short gasps. Link could still recall the sound of Ganon screaming into the mud as Link jabbed deep inside him over and over. But now, with all of this, Link would be there for Ganon, no matter what.
I didn't think you'd come.
Ganon said, embracing the elven man before him. Link had arrived early in the morning with his own test results. Link was clean. This brought a great elation to Ganon's heart, but with the immense of his demise fast approaching, his chest still felt like it was in a vice grip.
I know that what I did to you was brutal, but you look so...
Link began. Ganon placed one finger on Link's lips, making a gentle shushing noise. Ganon brought his mouth down towards Link's, and deep, passionate kiss was traded between the two.
I want you to guide me, Link-kun.
Ganon began.
From here into eternity, be my hero of time.
Link spent the next six months living with Ganon. Each day they would carry on an activity that Ganon had always wanted to do but had always been too afraid to try, and each night they would throw themselves into their passions, their bodies mingling together as their sweat left trails along their flesh. Link would spill his love into Ganon's beard, while Ganon would plunge his deep inside Link, where it would live safe and warm. Eventually, Ganon grew worse and spent the remainder of his time in the hospital. On the night that Ganon's great heart finally gave out, he clasped Link's hand and looked deeply into his eyes.
Link, my strong heart, I feel like we are meant to be together for all eternity.
Ganon laid down. Link had delivered a crippling blow, but one that would not kill the beast. He looked up into the eyes of the elf lad before him, feeling something within his chest. It wasn't fear, nor was it apprehension. It was elation? To look upon a lad such as this and feel something ache into what was foreign to Ganon. The hero backhanded Ganon, and he fell face first into the mud. He felt a tugging around his waist, and looked back to see Link pulling his pants down, while pulling his out, his mighty phallus at the same time. Link's eyes met Ganon's, and Ganon felt his pulse quicken as the hero plunged himself deep into Ganon. He felt the tearing of his insides as the dry meat pounded back and forth.
The wind, it is blowing.
Ganon whispered into the night.
Bull.
Alright, I have no fucking idea what just happened.
was so
Rape.
beautiful.
I mean, Link raped Ganon when he was dying.
Yes,
That's
real,
about
real
right.
quick,
I don't
guys.
quite...
Real quick, guys. We're on the final boss of Sonic Adventure 2. Just wanted to say.